Hi, my name is Rob Dees, and I'm going to talk to you about how this course has changed my views on professional thinking. In traditional school settings, many times students are taught what to think and not how to think. By getting students to begin to develop critical thinking skills, we can promote deeper understanding of subjects. They will begin asking questions, understanding context, and begin making connections. When students begin connecting the dots of different ideas, they can begin conceptualizing new ideas. This is ultimately where we want all of our students to get. Developing new concepts is how knowledge is created, and old, possibly flawed, thinking can be challenged. Many times we as humans typically accept ideas based on the simple fact that it's how it was always done, or that's how I was taught when I was in school. This kind of thinking will hold you back from further growth. I believe critical thinking skills can be developed through group activities such as giving an open-ended problem to solve. Each group member can give their ideas and listen to other ideas, which can help promote their understanding by exposing them to different ways of thinking. Also, instead of simple yes or no questions, leaving problems open-ended can lead to deeper thinking. There will be many ways to get to the solution. How you get there is up to you. Some ways will be more efficient than others, but allowing students to work their way through problems by critically thinking is crucial to promote deep understanding. Memorizing facts is absolutely necessary for laying a foundation of knowledge, but we must move past this way of learning in order to reach a student's highest potential. In the article Critical Thinking in Education: Why to Avoid Logical Fallacies, the author, Jay Bregnant, states that to have functioning and optimal societies, wholesome relationships, and human standards, correct argumentation should exist within the educational process. As a way to improve the educational system to help mold the mind of young children to argue and debate with good reasoning, critical thinking should be integrated in the teaching and learning process. If we teach children how to make decisions based off what is fact and good reasoning rather than logical fallacies, we teach them to make better decisions for themselves, society, and the environment around them. As good argumentation has good consequences, logical fallacies have dire consequences as well. If the legislature, executive, and judiciary branches of power did not listen to good arguments, our lives would not be as good as they are. The state might pass bad, dangerous, unjust laws that would, for example, increase discrimination, intolerance, or racism, as well as social instability, stratification, or emigration. And this is something that our civilized society cannot afford. By training children in critical reasoning at an early age, we can help overcome social conflicts that are a result of judgments grounded in affections, authorities, or power. After all, the truth does not depend on subjective views. Having a society of those that can critically think effectively can lead to a more flourishing society than the one that we live in today. I have learned how very simple ideas can lead to monumental scientific discoveries. By continuing to question topics, you promote a deeper understanding and begin to make connections to ideas that were not previously thought of. New knowledge is created when you are able to create concepts based off previous knowledge, knowledge from other fields of science, and your own critical thinking. In order to demonstrate this type of creativity, one must have an innate curiosity about the subject that causes one to continue searching for answers. Similar to the article by Dan Barrett, Creativity, a Cure for the Common Curriculum, where Barrett talks about Albert Einstein. Einstein's success came not from brute strength of his mental processing power, but from his imagination and creativity. An individual may have incredible intellect, but if they do not possess a strong curiosity for the subject, they will not have the willpower to spend months, even years, pondering the subject. In Einstein's case, he spent more than a decade pondering the speed of light before he was able to conjure the theory of relativity that had made him so famous in the scientific community. Being a part of a staff like I am in my profession can be advantageous to creative thinking also. By critically thinking when I have meetings or conversations with other staff members about ideas such as training, I can deepen my own understanding. Something they may say can spark an idea that leads to a new concept of mine. Paying attention to effective time management is a form of professional thinking. Having good time management skills can improve workplace satisfaction and productivity. Finding practical ways to apply time management skills on a daily basis is very important. Proper scheduling allows you to achieve your goals and priorities in the time you have available. When done effectively, it helps you understand realistic achievements with the allotted time, ensure that you have enough time for essential tasks, allow for ample time for unexpected events, helps avoid taking on more than you can handle, allows enough time for family, friends, exercise, and hobbies, and allow you to achieve a balance between work and life. First, you must establish the time you wish to make available to complete your work. Set realistic goals in which you believe you can finish your work, while also allowing time for useful breaks. Second, schedule high priority tasks. Review to-do lists and mark down tasks that cannot be avoided or delegated. If possible, schedule these tasks for times of the day in which you feel you are the most productive. Third, schedule a contingency time. This means block out some extra time to deal with unexpected tasks, activities, or emergencies. Interruptions like these can eat into your time, so pre-planning time for these types of happenings allows you flexibility to rearrange tasks and respond to important issues as they arise. Finally, analyze your activities. Make note of high priority tasks. Also determine which tasks may be delegated to other staff members. This will free up time in order to achieve your goals. Both because of this course and my time working, I have realized that understanding how to analyze data and learning to use this information to make decisions is a crucial part of being an effective professional. We use Excel nearly all of our data collection and holding. I realized how effective creating spreadsheets, charts, and graphs to interpret, understand, and present data. It makes for a very organized and succinct way of presenting it. I've had meetings at work with sport coaches where I was able to present about practice and game data. Using a wearable GPS technology in an Excel workbook, I was able to address certain problems and offer solutions.